So let's head on to dividing values. Now, of course, still, just for completeness sake, you get this syntax to quickly do some divisions here. And therefore you get back 6 because I'm dividing 12 by 2 and just use this shorthand syntax here. So I'll get rid of this. Just wanted to show that it's there. And now let's check what we can divide on what we can't. If I turn 2 into a string, so b is now referring to a string, and if I hit run, I still get 6 because again, JavaScript is not able to create strings out of that. That only works for addition. Therefore, it tries to turn this into a number, which it successfully can do for 2, which is why we get back 6. Now what happens if I have 3.3 and 2.2? Well, let's run this. And we still, again, we get this floating point error here. So that's really annoying. Of course, we still can use our fix from before by adding 2 fixed with 2 decimal places. We make sure that we cut off everything we don't need and that we round this. And now we got 1.5. By the way, if I turn this to 3 decimal places, I of course get 3 decimal places here, but I'm still getting the correct value, so it gets rounded and then cut off. That's important to understand. We also got another operation. If I have 10 and 3 and I divide this, I of course get this value. Now we also got the modulus. So if I use this with the percentage sign, what do you think we'll get now? I get 1 because modulus gives me the rest of a division. So 10 divided by 3 is of course 3 point something, but the basic thing is 3 fits into 10 3 times. And then we have a value of 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. So the remaining value, which was not able to be divided, is 1. And that's exactly what the modulus is returning us here. The remaining value, which wasn't able to be, well, divided by 3 here. But back to the division, there are some interesting cases. What if I divide by 0? What do you think we'll get? Will we get an error? We get infinity. So when we try to divide by 0, JavaScript will not throw us an error. Instead, it will give us the limit value. So what this value would approach to if we had a number very tiny close to 0, which would be infinity because 10 divided by something extremely small is something extremely big. Base mathematics here, right? So we get infinity in this case, which is interesting in my opinion. Of course, when multiplying with 0, we get 0. So no worries there. So if we get infinity by dividing through 0, what do we get if I divide by infinity? What do you think we'll get here? Well, we get 0. Again, the limit value. We're trying to divide something by something extremely big. And the limit of this, of course, is 0. And that's interesting in my opinion, how JavaScript works with this and automatically gives us back these values instead of errors or something like this.